Okay, so USA Today censored a high school athlete for saying the word male. The girl's name is Chelsea Mitchell. She was a high school track runner, and she was defeated by transgender individuals, that is, biological males who identify as female. She wrote an op-ed in USA Today called Fastest Runner in Connecticut, and obviously she got defeated by males. USA Today published it at first, but then in the face of backlash, they censored the word male. They said they censored it for hateful language, and the hateful language they were talking about was male. This is the addendum that they added to the column. Quote, this column has been updated to reflect USA Today's standards and style guidelines. We regret that hurtful language was used. End quote. Hurtful language. Biology is hurtful language. This was not an insult against the transgender person. This was not bullying. She literally just identified the men for what they were, biological men, which is even redundant in itself. They were born male. They have male DNA. They still have male DNA. Doesn't matter how they identify. It doesn't matter if they took hormones. It doesn't even matter if they have surgery. They are still men. That's not controversial. It's not intolerant. It's not exclusionary. It's just a fact. You can be compassionate to people that suffer from gender dysphoria without buying into the delusion of the radical left. It's not hurtful. USA Today ought to be ashamed of themselves. This is what Chelsea Mitchell wrote. It was titled, I was the fastest girl in Connecticut, but transgender athletes made it an unfair fight. Is anything hateful about that? She goes, I've lost 4 women's state championship titles, 2 All New England awards, and numerous other spots on the podium to male runners. I was bumped to 3rd place in the 55-meter dash in 2019 behind 2 male runners. With every loss, it gets harder and harder to try again. She said, that's a devastating experience. It tells me that I'm not good enough, that my body isn't good enough, and that no matter how hard I work, I'm unlikely to succeed because I'm a woman. She said the CIAC, that's her conference, allows biological males to compete in women's and girls' sports. As a result, 2 males began racing in girls' track in 2017. In the 2017, 2018, and 2019 seasons alone, these males took 15 women's state track championship titles held in 2016 by 9 different girls, and more than 85 opportunities to participate in higher-level competitions that belonged to female track athletes. Mitchell writes, that's because males have massive physical advantages. Their bodies are simply bigger and stronger on average than female bodies. It's obvious to every single girl on the track. She writes, besides the psychological toll of experiencing unfair losses over and over, the CIAC's policy has more tangible harms for women. It robs girls of the chance to race in front of college scouts who show up for elite meets and to compete for the scholarships and opportunities that come with college recruitment. She writes, I'll never know how my college recruitment was impacted by losing these 4 state championship titles to a male. When colleges looked at my record, they didn't see the fastest girl in Connecticut. They saw a 2nd or 3rd place runner. End quote. Chelsea Mitchell, you are fighting the good fight. I'm super proud of you as a former high school athlete. I'm super proud of you. It is obvious that male bodies are stronger and faster in general compared to women. And it obviously is unfair for men to compete against women. You keep fighting the good fight and you have our support.
Hi. Before you go, let me talk to you about something. As you know, I've been censored on Facebook and YouTube, so I partnered with locals to create a censorship-free community. I also just launched my show, and I have a lot of exciting new things coming up that I want to make sure I can share with you and get your input on. I'm going to be sharing behind-the-scenes looks of my set and my show prep, and I get a lot of questions about my hair and makeup routines, my research process, and so much more. So I'll give you sneak peeks of all of that. I'll also be doing exclusive segments of my show just for Locals VIPs. All of my interviews will be shared on Locals for VIPs to watch as well. I'll be taking questions directly from VIPs for the video mailbag in my show, and you'll get the episodes free from ads. Who doesn't love that? Not to mention, I'll keep doing everything that you've already come to love. Ask me questions for live Q&As. Let's talk about your favorite books, what yummy vegan food I'm eating for lunch, and what ridiculous headlines I'm reading today. You can do all of that and more, but only if you are a Liz Wheeler Show VIP on Locals. The monthly subscription is $9 a month, but if you really want a good deal, we have an annual subscription for just $72. That's 4 months free. 4 months. So join me on Locals as a VIP. I'll see you over there.